This episode is brought to you by Captain Morgan Sliced. Since the dawn of bread, people have known the truth. Sliced is better. That's why new Captain Morgan Sliced went all in on 4 bold, deliciously sliced cocktail-style flavors. Pineapple daiquiri, strawberry margarita, mango mai tai, and passion fruit hurricane. Visit CaptainMorgan.com to find Sliced near you. Does not contain real fruit or juice. Captain Morgan & Co., Plainfield, Illinois. Please drink responsibly. 21 plus only.
Welcome to the Flash Finds podcast, the world's fastest podcast where we explore how Facebook can help you with the stuff you're into. I'm Emma Rogue, and today I'm with Megan, a member of the Unity Skate Collective group. So Megan, what's the best roller skating tip you've gotten from your Facebook group?
That's probably to square your shoulders. It took me a really long time to learn spins, and it was because my shoulders weren't balanced. But if I balanced them out, I got it.
Say less, I will definitely be joining. Thanks, Megan. See you next time on the Flash Finds podcast, all about discovering the stuff on Facebook you care about. Bye.
Hey team, thanks for hopping on. Sorry, that's my dog Melvin barking at the mailman. You can't hear anything? That's because my Acer Swift Go 14 has Acer Purified Voice, which suppresses background noise. Here, I'll tell you what he's saying. Unlock AI on the go with the Swift Go 14, featuring an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. Visit Acer.com to learn more.
Let's go!
With myself, Joseph, Cousin Sauce, Dr. Bob, the list goes on, guys.
Wrong. I think they expected this to be a spoof ad.
Representative Republican out of Texas. He highlighted Tuesday.
He should be the
today,
speaker.
Actually, yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, I can barely lift my right arm because I did so many.
No, this is not Michael Gardner, aka Savaged. Do not adjust your TV, your laptop, your smartphone, your whatever. This is indeed Joseph M. Leonard hijacking an opening. Michael's stuck in traffic or whatever. So we will have the guest DC on shortly. But first, and thank you, Shaky. Hello, Shaky, in the studio. Appreciate the Terror Strikes Coming Soon to a City Near You book ad for the opening. With everything that's happened over the last few days, obviously, that book means not more now than it has the last year and a half that I've been warning. This shit's been coming. You haven't been paying attention. Anyway, it's not like terrorists turn their AK-47s into plowshares, but that's not what I wanted to rant about. First, hello, Jamie, if you're out there. Said I'd give you a shout out. Here's your shout out. But Jamie is what I want to. I was in a room with Jamie on Twitter Spaces X the other day with some independent truckers. Now, I want to be careful and cautious what I say here. I don't know, and I don't want to know a lot of details on things. And the reason I say that is not because I don't care. I do care. That's why I'm going to give this monologue about our independent truckers. They are first responders, every bit as much as fire, police, EMT, nurses, and doctors. If they weren't out there during the lockdowns, we wouldn't have had anything to get delivered by DoorDash and all those other services to our homes from the stores or restaurants that, were locked down also, or only open limited hours, and the TP thing. Some people blame the independent truckers or truckers in general for shortages, supply chain issues. Truckers can only deliver goods that are available to be delivered. So your independent truckers in general are first responders, and they need our support. They need our help. Now, again, I don't know details. I don't want to know the details. That way, if the FBI and the DOJ comes knocking on my door, I could basically say, pull a Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing. I don't want to know anything. But because we all seen.
Hey, team. Thanks for hopping on. Sorry, that's my dog Melvin barking at the mailman. You can't hear anything? That's because my Acer Swift Go 14 has Acer Purified Voice, which suppresses background noise. Here, I'll tell you what he's saying. Unlock AI on the go with the Swift Go 14, featuring an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. Visit Acer.com to learn more.
The most exciting part of a vacation stay at a home rental? Easy. It's being greeted upon arrival with a rusted lockbox affixed to the underside of a stranger's condo. Yeah, you simply twist knobs, click gears, jiggle it, and then rip it off its moorings, and voila! Your prize is a key to a questionable home rental and maybe tetanus. When you just want to get your vacation started by actually getting into your room, it matters where you stay. At Hilton, we deliver your key right to your phone on the Hilton Honors app. Hilton, for the stay.
What Premier Blackface did to the truckers in Canada.
After weeks of protests, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is taking drastic action to put an end to the Freedom Convoy protests.
The time to go home is now.
Trudeau invoking emergency powers, allowing the government to remove cars and trucks, suspend their insurance, and even freeze truckers' personal and corporate bank accounts. He says the powers will be limited in scope and that he's not calling in the military.
The Emergencies Act will be used to strengthen and support law enforcement agencies at all levels across the country.
Meanwhile, traffic is moving again across the Ambassador Bridge, the busiest land border crossing between the U.S. and Canada.
The blockade at our border in Windsor has now come to an end. The Ambassador Bridge has reopened.
Officials, though, are turning back non-Canadians trying to join the blockade that's brought weeks of protest over vaccine mandates and COVID restrictions to Ottawa and disrupted daily life. On Sunday, 24 people were arrested. Officials are also blocking donations for truckers. A Canadian judge freezing more than $8 million in donations to a crowdfunding site.
This is probably going to be the fight of my life.
Heather Wilson, co-founder of the U.S.-based crowdfunding site GiveSendGo, is fighting back.
We're going to continue this fight for freedom. This is absolutely insane that governments think they can step in and trample on people's God-given rights.
And the company has broad support. So far, nearly $9 million have been raised through GiveSendGo for these truckers.
And Biden, fascocrats here want to crush anyone who dares speak up and stand up for themselves here in the United States. But our independent truckers especially need our help and support. They don't make a lot of money. They have a lot of government meddling and restrictions and limitations on what they can do, how they can do it, when they can do it, where they can do it. So they have the boot heel of tyranny on their throats, always have, and barely get by. not like these UAW buffoons. So yes, I'm going to speak out about them. J. Leonard Detroit is my handle on most social media platforms. I'm here in Detroit. Full disclosure, I am the son of a former GM worker. Rest in peace, Dad. Love you, miss you much. Other disclosure, I used to work at an automotive supplier. I also worked at places where I was in a union. I've been involved in union negotiations from the union side of things. I've also been involved on the management side of things. So I know what I'm talking about here. I've seen it. I've been involved in it from all the different angles. And I'm sorry, Big Three workers out on strike. Your demands are pathetic and ridiculous. Our independent truckers are barely getting by. You are doing well. You make more money than all the other automotive manufacturer employees already, and you're demanding more. You already make more than the average person who can't afford to buy your cars because they don't make anywhere near what you make. So your demands are ridiculous. If you want to demand something, go talk to your union bosses. Your union bosses put you where you are now, stealing your dues. If you want to complain about Bidenflation and why you're demanding all this extra money now, don't talk to Ford, the Ford family, the Ford company, your supervisor at Ford. Go talk to your union bosses who stole your dues money and gave it to the Biden and the fascocrats administration to help get them elected, that has caused this Bidenflation and Biden recession. So if you want to complain to somebody, complain to your union, not your employer. I mentioned dues. You want an immediate pay increase? Go to your union bosses. Say, we demand our union dues be cut in half. Immediate pay increase.
This episode is brought to you by Etsy. Sound the gifting panic alarm. You need to get an amazing gift. Wait, no, the perfect gift. Relax. Now you can use gift mode on Etsy. Gift mode on Etsy takes the stress out of gifting, so you can find the perfect item for anyone and any occasion. It's easy. Just tap or click gift mode on your Etsy app or Etsy.com. Then answer a few short questions about who you're shopping for and what they like. And gift mode instantly gives you curated gift ideas based on hundreds of personas. Now it's simple to find gifts made by independent sellers for all the people in your life. So whether you need a housewarming gift for the new homeowner or a birthday present for the pickleballer, Gift Mode has you covered. Need to find the perfect gift? Don't panic. Try Gift Mode on Etsy now.
If you're unaware, T-Mobile calls themselves the Un-carrier, which is fitting, considering they've just unraveled their price lock guarantee for new customers. If you ask me, that's pretty uncool. If you're uncomfortable with a company that says one thing but does another, then stick with Xfinity, whose whole home Wi-Fi, wired internet, service, speed, and reliability are unparalleled. Avoid the Un-carrier. Stick with Xfinity. Effective for new customers after 1/17/24. T-Mobile's price lock will only reimburse your last bill if you terminate service due to a price increase.
Are you looking for a view of the world that's a bit different? Hi, I'm Jason Palmer, a host of The Weekend Intelligence, a podcast from The Economist. Join us to hear the stories that matter most to our correspondents and editors. Every Saturday, we introduce you to people and ideas that take you outside the ordinary and expand your horizons one episode at a time. Join us and see the world from a new perspective. To listen free until May 31st, search Spotify for The Weekend Intelligence.
Listen closely. As a master painter carefully brushes Benjamin Moore Regal Select down the seam of the wall. It's like poetry in motion. Benjamin Moore, see the love.
Building a portfolio with Fidelity Basket Portfolios is kind of like making a sandwich. It's as simple as picking your stocks and ETFs, sort of like your meats and other toppings, and managing it as one big, juicy investment. Now that's pretty good. Learn more at fidelity.com/baskets. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Something you deserve, because they're stealing your dues and giving it to people in campaign donations that are causing you grief. EVs. Your union bosses are supporting an administration who is going to put more electric vehicles on the street, putting 10% of you out on the street. Don't complain to Ford you might lose your job. Complain to your union bosses. So no, I have no sympathy for you. I do have sympathy for the independent truckers, and something is brewing. Again, I don't know the details. I don't want to know the details. I'm just warning you, when the time comes, they need our support, and I want you to definitely support them. And again, shout out to Jamie and all the others in the Twitter X space. I probably shouldn't have even said that. I don't want to go any further to that. I need a second here. I'm reading something from producer Shaky, because unlike Michael, I'm not in the studio, so I don't have Shaky in my ear. I have to actually read his message. Okay, it looks like DC Glenn, the Geico Gecko guy, is looking like a no-show, sadly. And that's a shame. I was looking forward to talking to him. So I will stretch. I will drag this out. I will go on more. Let's talk about strikers. I mentioned truckers. They're a first responder. They were out there during the lockdowns, working hard to make sure your food got to the stores, your water. We need water to live, to sustain ourselves. Got to the stores. Toilet paper that there was a shortage of. What little was available to deliver, they delivered. It was scattered everywhere because there was a rush on toilet paper, right? Those Wuhan jabs that they wanted to force upon everyone. Medicine, the ivermectin and the HCQS. I had to order direct from India in order to get it. But medicines, you can't get medicine from the pharmacy if a trucker doesn't get it to the pharmacy. Now I want to talk briefly about doctors and nurses. Rest in peace, Lisa Ewald. I know a nurse who died due to complications from Wuhan. She didn't die of Wuhan or from it. She died of complications from it because she had comorbidities. She had asthma. Now I have to again be careful. I can't say a whole lot. Legal action may still be currently pending. I can't say the name, but the hospital system she worked in did not respond well. She did not get an N95 when she needed it to be dealing with it because she was on the front line, a first responder, and they knew she had asthma. She had a comorbidity. She needed an N95. She didn't have it. She didn't have it. Now, a mask, even an N95, only helps so much because the Wuhan particle is so small, it gets past even an N95. But it would have been at least a partial protection. And then when she was finally, way too slowly identified as having the Wuhan Hysteria virus, they were slow in giving her the medications she needed. And Governess Wretched Whitler of Michigan has blood on her hands here too because of her war on those certain medications. We're not supposed to name, I already named them. If we're on YouTube, we're probably kicked off already by now. But she didn't get the medication she needed that could have saved her life. Now, I don't know this. We don't know. This is speculation, but we believe, and I hope she passed peacefully in her sleep. due to the complications, the pneumonia due to the COVID, aggravating the asthma. Now, again, I can't say much, but I've lost people. She's not the only one I know that was lost due to issues. And another person, Bill Hartman, lawsuit likely pending also. Basically killed through neglect. Nurses and doctors are currently striking. These aren't the people that I'm supporting. I support.
Add a berry blast off for your day with the new Berry Pebbles. A berry twist on a classic breakfast. Perfect for giving those growing minds a blast of creativity. With the new Berry Way to Pebbles. Yabba dabba do you with Berry Pebbles. Head to postpebblescereal.com to learn more. Yabba dabba do and the Flintstones and all related characters and elements, copyright and trademark Hanna-Barbera.
Nurses before. I showed you this if you see on video. tinyurl.com/VaxxerChoice downriver. I literally got out on a picket line, called into my local Wham radio station, and we did a live report from one of the local hospitals where there was a walkout for an hour to protest their lack of support. They're not being able to get the supplies they needed. They're not being able to get the drugs we all know worked. But now we are stuck with these hospital protocols that people currently striking help put in place. And frankly, I think you violated your Hippocratic oath, because our health now is more at risk than during COVID because of these protocols. So I support our independent truckers. I don't support these current UAW idiots who should be blaming their union. And I got a note here from Shaky that we're going to close it off since D.C. Glenn didn't show up. And again, I wish D.C. Glenn would have showed up. I wanted to say, hopefully we'll get him in future episodes, but I wanted to joke with him. I love the Geico Gecko commercials, but I gotta say my favorite is still, guess what day it is? It's hump day. I wanted to ask him if he did the hump day camel for Geico too. Because I know he can do various voices and accents. So I look forward to the time we'll be able to see D.C. Glenn. This is going to be a very, very short broadcast since the guest didn't show up. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, hello, Jamie and everybody from Twitter X Space. We here at Savaged Unfiltered, and now with my appeal, hopefully the entire Savaged Army will be behind you when that day, that time comes that you'll be looking for our support. You will have millions worldwide ready. Okay? And with that, I think Shaky's telling me this is now going to turn into a savage cut. So hold on, wait a minute. I gotta grab my prop. Savage cut. At any rate, this is Carrot Top. No. This is Joseph M. Leonard, Joe the Joke Man Leonard, with his lame savage cut scissors prop, saying, take care, God bless, look forward to talking to you next time. Michael should be here in the studio, or who knows, maybe I'll hijack another episode. And please make sure you tune in Constitutionalist Politics, that I am indeed my own host of, holding my own there by myself. Usually I get to just be the sidekick and make smart-ass remarks at Michael. Normally my whiteboard says Michael sucks, right? Just loving jabs. But anyway, I had to hold the show. I could have gone longer, but Shaky's trying to kick me out. So take care, everybody. God bless. See you next time. Keep it savage. Michael would say.